Ever feel like SEO is this giant puzzle and you're missing like half the pieces?
Totally.
It can be super overwhelming, but that's why we're here, right?
Absolutely.
Today, we are diving into Google's SEO Starter Guide. It was just updated September 2nd, 2024, so it's fresh off the press. We're going to break down the essentials for you.
Yeah. Cut through the noise.
Exactly. Now, I'm not going to promise instant SEO fame or anything, no magic wands here.
Right.
Sorry. If you understand the core principles that Google actually cares about in 2024, you'll be way ahead of the game.
For sure.
And honestly, the most exciting part for me, Google actually tells us what not to worry about.
Yeah. There's this whole section called Things We Believe You Shouldn't Focus On.
It's like they're giving us a free pass to ignore some stuff. I love it.
Right. So refreshing.
Okay, spill it. What's the first SEO myth we can finally ditch?
Remember meta keywords.
Oh, vaguely.
People used to cram them into their website code.
Like it was going out of style.
Yes. And guess what?
What?
Google doesn't even look at them anymore.
Seriously?
Totally useless for ranking these days.
Wow. RIP meta keywords. Okay, what about content length? Is there some magic word count to appease the Google gods?
Nope. No magic number. Honestly, I think that's great.
Same. I hate when people are like, oh, it has to be this many words.
It's about quality. Right.
Quality over quantity. Give the people what they want.
Exactly. And Google agrees.
They actually said that.
Yeah, they said there's no minimum or maximum length for content. Just make it awesome.
Okay, so stressing about word count. What about domain names? Do I need to go buy a domain name with like every keyword under the sun?
Definitely not. In fact, it's way more important to pick a domain name that's memorable.
And makes sense for your brand.
Exactly.
Catchy, right to the point.
Yeah, and easy to remember.
So you're saying I don't need to panic because my domain name doesn't have SEO in it?
Nope, no need to panic. And you know what else? Google says that whole .com versus .org debate
Oh, yeah, everyone's got an opinion on that.
doesn't matter as much as people think.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Interesting. So what you're saying is my .pizza domain might actually have a fighting chance.
Hey.
I never know. I like how Google's thinking. But okay, so it sounds like they're getting pickier in a good way. What are they really emphasizing now?
A lot of it comes down to user experience.
Okay, makes sense.
Google wants to highlight websites that people can actually trust.
Yeah, nobody wants to land on a sketchy site.
Exactly. And that's where EAT comes in.
EET, like what you order at a fancy SEO restaurant.
I wish. No, it stands for expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness.
Okay, so it's basically about proving to Google you know your stuff.
Exactly.
And that you're a reliable source of information.
Right. Think about it. You're going to trust information from a source known for its expertise.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going to take medical advice from a website about gardening.
Exactly. So Google's algorithms are kind of looking for that same level of authority and trustworthiness.
Wait, hold up. Algorithms. Is EEAT like a direct ranking factor or something?
It's a little more nuanced than that. So while Google definitely values those EEAT qualities, it's not like they have a specific algorithm measuring it.
Like they might for backlinks or something like that?
Right, exactly. It's more about the overall impression your website creates.
So EAT is essential for building that trust, but it's less about checking boxes for a specific algorithm and more about like embodying those qualities authentically.
Now you're getting it.
Okay, I like it.
It's about building a website that people actually want to visit, not just one that's tricked out for search engines.
Okay, I'm all about that. So we've busted a few myths and talked about building trust and authority. But how do we actually do that? What are some tangible things people can do? We'll dive into all that right after this quick break. All right, so we're back, ready to get our hands dirty.
Let's do it.
So we talked about EEE, building trust. But what are some things people can actually do to make their content stand out, shine in the eyes of Google?
Well, this might seem obvious, but content is still king.
Right.
It's got to be good.
You can't just be like thrown together.
No, it's got to be unique, engaging, up to date.
Yeah.
And please, for the love of all that is holy, no keyword stuffing.
Oh my gosh, people still do that.
You'd be surprised.
It's so obvious.
Right. It's like we see right through that.
Yeah, right for humans, not for robots.
Exactly.
And speaking of writing for humans, Google's getting really good at understanding how we actually talk, right?
Oh yeah, natural language processing has come a long way.
So, like, when we're thinking about keywords, we need to think like our audience
I-
because nobody's searching for, hold on, I wrote this down. Nobody is searching for best affordable Italian restaurant near me. By typing in exquisite yet budget-friendly dining establishments specializing in the cuisine of the Italian peninsula within close proximity to my current geographical coordinates.
Yeah, got that right.
Like, who talks like that?
No, but
So we got to keep it natural,
conversational.
human.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got content covered. What about links?
Links are still huge.
They're still important.
Oh, absolutely. They're like little virtual bridges.
Connecting your website to the rest of the internet.
Yes. And Google sees those bridges as votes of confidence.
Okay, so the more links you have, the more Google's like, hey, this site must be legit.
Exactly.
Because other people are vouching for it.
Right. They're saying, this is valuable, check it out.
Got it, okay.
And there are different types of links, too.
Okay, like what?
So internal links, those are links within your own website connecting your content.
Okay, so you're like creating a choose your own adventure, but on your website.
I like that, yeah. And then external links,
Yeah.
those are links from other websites pointing back to yours.
So that's like other sites giving you a shout out.
Exactly.
And those are really valuable.
Oh, yeah, because it shows Google that other websites think your content is credible.
Makes sense. But I'm guessing getting those external links isn't as easy as just like emailing someone and being like, hey, link to my website.
If only it were that easy.
Right.
It's more about creating content that is so good
Yeah.
that other people want to link to it.
So it's like earning those links, not forcing them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's all about building that authority, that reputation over time.
Exactly. It's a long game.
Got it. Now, shifting gears a bit here, I want to talk about something that I think is often overlooked, visuals.
Yes. Visuals are so important.
I feel like people forget about visuals.
People get caught up in the text.
They think it's all about the words.
But we're visual creatures.
Exactly. And when you're scrolling through search results.
A great image or video can make all the difference.
Oh, totally. Remember that blog post we saw the other day, the one with the northern lights?
Oh, yeah. Stunning photography.
I clicked on that so fast because the visual was just like mesmerizing.
Exactly.
So what are some key things to focus on visually? Let's talk images first.
Okay, so first off, high quality images.
Please, none of those pixelated, blurry images.
Right. And they need to be relevant to your content.
Of course. Yeah.
And don't forget about alt text.
Ugh, alt text. I always forget about alt text.
I know, it's one of those things, but it's so important.
Okay, remind me, why is alt text so important?
So basically, alt text is a short description of the image. And Google uses that description to understand what the image is about.
It's like giving Google eyes to see the images.
Yes, exactly.
So it helps with ranking, but it also makes your website more accessible.
Yes, absolutely. People who use screen readers will hear that alt text description.
Okay, so we've got images covered. What about video?
Video is huge.
Like, really?
Oh yeah, if you can incorporate video into your content strategy,
Okay.
definitely do it.
So like instead of just reading about something, people could watch a video about it. And the Google likes that.
They love it. They're getting really good at indexing video content directly.
Interesting. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Oh, what about those little snippets of text that show up on a search results page?
You mean the title tag and the meta description?
Yes.
Those are prime real estate.
They're so small.
I know, but that's your chance to make a first impression.
Okay.
Use clear, concise language. Make sure you include relevant keywords.
So it's like you're writing a mini advertisement for your web page.
Exactly.
I never thought about it like that, but that makes total sense.
You want to grab the user's attention and make them want to click through to your site.
Okay, this is all super helpful. But the SEO world is always changing.
Always.
So how do we keep up?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
It's an ongoing process. SEO is not a one-time fix.
It's a journey.
Exactly.
Okay. So how do we stay on the right path?
Well, one thing I always recommend is Google Search Console.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
It's a free tool from Google, and it lets you see how your website is performing in search results.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super helpful.
But like, what kind of stuff can you see?
So you can see which keywords are bringing you traffic. You can see if there are any technical issues on your website.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's really a treasure trove of information.
So everyone should have that.
If you have a website, you should have Search Console.
Okay, noted. So we've talked about a lot of practical stuff here.
Right.
But I want to get a little bit bigger picture now. We'll do that after a quick break. All right, so we are back. We've covered a ton of ground here. busted some myths, uncovered some hidden gems in Google's guide. As we kind of wrap things up here, what's like the one big takeaway you want to leave people with?
After all of that technical stuff, it really comes down to building genuine relationships with your audience.
Okay, so like, I get that, but that almost sounds too simple, you know?
I know, right? It sounds so basic.
After all this talk about algorithms and keywords and stuff.
Right, but it's true. When you create content that's actually valuable, content that people actually want to read and watch and listen to.
You're not just like checking boxes for Google.
Exactly. You're building a loyal following.
And those people are going to be the ones who keep coming back for more.
Yes. And telling their friends and sharing your content.
Because it's actually good.
Exactly.
So it's about playing the long game, right?
Always.
Focusing on providing real value over those quick fixes.
100%.
Because ultimately, Google wants to connect searchers with the best answers.
That's what it's all about.
So if your content is amazing, people are going to find it.
They will.
Google will make sure of it.
Google wants to showcase the best of the best.
This has been amazing. I feel like I've learned so much, and hopefully everyone listening feels the same way. So as we sign off here, any final words of wisdom for our listeners?
Yeah, just remember, SEO is a journey. It's always evolving, so stay curious, experiment, and most importantly, never lose sight of your audience.
I love it. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Go forth and optimize.
See you next time.